Good day. As you can see, I've weeded these 3 beds. What I have done though is I've left in some plants which are dead nettle. They've got little purple mauve flowers which are great for pollinators at this time of year. They will come out a bit later in the year because I'm going to grow peas in these beds, I think, and I don't want the dead nettle in there then. But those peas, even if I sow them now, they're not going to be up for a good 3 or 4 weeks, and in fact I'm not ready to sow them yet. So I'll just let the dead nettle grow and it can feed the wildlife, which I'm pretty happy about. It's been a lovely afternoon down here for this first segment of a week at the plot. I had a morning at my desk this morning doing various things, and just wanted to get down for an hour, so I sort of booked an hour of my time from 2 o'clock, and actually it's just gone 4. So I've been down here a couple of hours just tidying. I did go for a quick walk first, so maybe an hour and a half, an hour and a quarter down here. Got those 3 beds done. There's another bed which I'm going to do tomorrow, but I need to be careful because there's frogs there, so I need to be careful about that. And then there are so many people down here today. It is a gloriously sunny day. Look, I'm not saying tan, I'm saying short sleeves. I've been out in the sun with 2 t-shirts and a long sleeve, which I've put to a short sleeve, for an hour and a quarter, and I am not cold at all. It's just been glorious. The sun has been there, but the sun is just about to dip now, and then the temperature will fall. And this evening we're forecast to be about -3 in the area, which would be even cooler here, down here at the plot and at the site as a whole. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I need to get back to my desk. I see somebody else coming in the main gate that I'm sure I'm going to have a conversation with on the way out. So I will leave it there, and I will see you later in the week for another segment of A Week at the Plot. Bye. Good day on this gloriously sunny Tuesday afternoon. Not as warm as yesterday, not even in the sun, but I've managed to get another 2 beds weeded. So this has got Portuguese cabbage in. They're still doing okay, bit smaller than I would expect, but they'll be fine. And then over here, this bed's been done as well, which has got a couple of Portuguese cabbage, but as you know, those 2 larger ones are a cross between Nero di Toscana and Portuguese cabbage. So I've given it a really good weed. I've left a verbascum in, which is there. I've obviously left at the end the thyme and the rosemary in. Not rosemary, lavender, thyme and the lavender. I did notice yesterday, looking back at my footage, that I hadn't cut back these lavenders here. So I'll most probably do that before I go. We'll have a look at the broad beans and the garlic another day, because I want to take that netting off, that hoop fleece off, so that we can compare how the broad beans are doing under the fleece compared to these here. I think I'll be putting some chicken manure pellets down for, I think for everything, but for these garlic in particular in the next day or so. This is going to be, I think, the next bed I get on with. I'll most probably get on with that tomorrow. And potentially this turnip bed as well. I've had a look at some of the turnips, and I think we've most probably going to have what we've had out of them, if you see what I mean. There are some more turnips to have here, and I think what I'm going to do is get them out, eat them, and then get this bed prepared. So really trying to get ahead of myself, which I really want to do this year. I was going to say need to do, but I want to do that. So that's what I'm going to get on with. But yeah, you can't really see, but you can see there's a lot of sun with that flare there. This is another area I need to sort out, but I will do that over the coming, maybe at the weekend I'll do that. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, oh, and I've also weeded these 3 blueberries as well. If we go in, oh, frog, we go in, you see there the buds forming really well. This one's always a bit earlier, but I think we got some dead there. Look, that looks like a dead branch to me. Bit of pruning to do, bit of pruning and tidying. But yeah, now I'm going to cover this bed up again. Yeah, I'll do that now. So I will say goodbye, and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Good day, ericaceous compost. The one on the left I had, the one on the right somebody else had used this bag and has offered it up. I think there's about a quarter of a bag in there, and about the same amount in weight on the left in that bag from last year. And I'm going to use this to top dress our blueberries. I would normally, I think, be repotting them, but I'm just going to top dress them in this final growing year here, and once we've moved I will look at repotting them when we get there in the late winter, well, early winter actually, to repot them. So we're sort of going towards the late part of the winter now, being, what's it, a week and a bit into February. Of course, the beginning of March will be the beginning of meteorological spring, and certainly the sun is showing itself that spring is on the way. So yeah, now I'm going to just use this to top up our blueberries. You see the buds on there. I'm not sure if you can see that. This is the remainder of our turnips with a few weeds in there as well. So I'm just going to have a rummage and see how many turnips we've got left and take them out, and then get this bed ready as I have done with the other beds earlier in the week. Well, that's that bed sorted. Only about 3-4 decently sized turnips, maybe about another 4 or 5 small ones. Quite a lot had succumbed and were soft or particularly or just mush, in fact. So yeah, that cold spell that got to our beetroot, or the 2 cold spells that got to the beetroot, also got to quite a few of the turnips as well. But you know what, that's this bed sorted for another crop, which will be being planted up in maybe sort of the end of March, beginning of April, something like that, I think. There are still some turnips at the end here under this fleece, because I think those will grow on, but others had just succumbed, other than what I've harvested there, and they'll be going into a stew this evening. So yeah, just a couple of jobs today, and that's enough for me. I've caught up with my brother, I've caught up with my mum, and I now need to get to my desk and catch up with my work. See you very soon. Bye. Good day. Got organic multi-purpose compost there, which came from the milkman, and a bit of cardboard that became available when I was clearing out the store. So that's going to go into our cardboard stash, and I'm going to pop this into the polytunnel. So let me just go and do that, and we can see how things are doing in the poly. We've still got some lettuce in here. There's one there that has bitten the dust. Still some parsley in there. This Mizuna's looking a bit the worse for wear, but I think that'll come back. The bluebells, which are under here, I've never been able to get rid of them. They're doing fine. Compost is down there. That needs some tidying. That's our coriander. Only 1 plant left now. The cold has really taken its toll. You can see how the top of this soil has gone a bit green as well, but hey ho, that's okay. Chard up here. It'll be interesting to see if these bolt when we put them out. I think they'll be going out in a few weeks, because it's been so cold, and they're, you know, I don't think they're used to it, but we'll see. Then our cuttings from Guernsey. Rather brittle plastic top on that one, but yeah, these, you can see many of the Hottentot fig have bitten the dust. That's simply because they're not used to the cold, but we've got 2 there that are doing fine. And then a lot of our cuttings of geraniums, I think, have bitten the dust as well. But where I'm going to get rid of these Hottentot fig that haven't performed well, they've frozen. It's not they didn't perform well, it's the fact they're not used to the cold temperature over here compared to Guernsey, so that's why they've succumbed to frost. I'm going to take the Hottentot figs that haven't worked out and put those into the compost. And these geraniums I'm just going to leave for the time being and hope that maybe something here and something here and something here and here comes back, maybe even here. Fingers crossed. And then our leeks that we sowed a few, well, when was it? A couple of months ago, I think. I'll put the date here. Germination, 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 germination. So yeah, they're doing okay. Obviously pretty hardy seed, and these are for sort of pencil leeks rather than full-size leeks. So yeah, quite happy with that. I am going to put a different top back on. We did get these at Wilko years ago, and not really a good buy. Well, to be fair, they are a good buy. They've been around for 6 years. That's now going to go into our recycling, and a different top is going to go on top here. So let me just get that top now and do that. Right, that's nicely covered up now. We've got a very different day out here to the rest of the week that we've had. It was sunny this morning, but then the clouds came in. It's been grey and has felt cold because we haven't had the sun, though actually the air temperature has been very much the same. But you know, on Monday I was in shirt sleeves working on the plot, and I certainly won't be doing that today. I might be able to take my padded body warmer off, but certainly not my fleece. Anyway, let me just take you quickly down to the orchard area. And here we are, the orchard area of the allotment. It's all cider trees. They're about 20 years old, but haven't really been maintained that well over the last, well, sort of 4 or 5 years, I would have thought. And this is now becoming a communal cider orchard, which the Allotment Association is going to be maintaining as a separate group. So there'll be the orchard group down here now, made up of tenants from the allotments, including me. And it's really great because it's an established cider orchard. Apples from here have won awards in certain years when they've been made into cider. Oddly enough, the cider is actually made in Pembrokeshire, but it's you know, our local allotment cider. And we've got a work party here tomorrow. If I just come around here, there's a lovely birdhouse there, look, on somebody's plot. You can see that if you just look here, there's an awful lot of crossing branches and maybe some dead wood in there, but mainly crossing branches, and we need to really start maintaining these trees to open them up so that they get better airflow, and also taking things like this out, because this is obviously at head height and will poke people in the eye, which isn't good. So we're going to be clearing down this pathway tomorrow and start pruning dead wood and particularly crossing branches. But it is a lovely cider orchard. Of course, you can't eat the cider apples as cider apples because they taste quite foul, but they make great cider. And this is where the wassailing happened last year. Well, not last year, last month. So we wassailed around this tree here, which is going to have its own remedial work of being staked upright. You can see it's at a jaunty angle. But yeah, it's fantastically quiet down here. And then over on the far side over there, we'll be putting in more dead hedges, because, you know, with prunings in the orchard you want to be able to put them somewhere. So we're going to put a dead hedge along this hedge here, and there's a possibility of also putting one along the line of the river, but we'll start here first. As you can see, it's quite a mix of trees. Some of them are much smaller than others, and that is down to the variety, and you can see that some are much larger, which is down to the variety. We will be bringing the height down over the coming years, but as I say, tomorrow we're just going to concentrate on crossing branches and straightening trees up where they might need it. We won't be pulling them straight up. That will we'll put a big post in next to that one over there, and then sort of haul it up month by month, so that we're not pulling it up all in one go so it rips the roots. But yeah, that's tomorrow. I'm not sure if I come on Sunday whether you'll see such a great difference, but let's try and do that. I'll try and do that, yes. So I'm going to say goodbye and hopefully see you again on Sunday. Bye. Good day. It's Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. We did the work party yesterday morning. I'll try and slip in a shot here of before, and then we can see what it looks like after. But a lot of work was done yesterday, which was great. It's a little house again. I worked on this tree here, and you can see where it's been cut back, you know, quite clearly here and here. Lots to do up there, including crossing branches still. But I've got loppers there, those yellow ones, which I'll use to do that in a minute, or carry on, won't be done. We didn't worry about the height of the trees yesterday. A branch was cut off here because it was considered a bit of a danger of health and safety. But yeah, a huge amount of work done. And it was just really nice. It really, really was. And then over here, I think you will remember we said we were going to put in a dead hedge. Well, this dead hedge, I think you'll agree, looks as though it's been in here forever. It looks really good. That's all of the prunings that we took off yesterday. So really, really great. I mean, really great. So, and we raked up quite a lot of the leaves which have gone into the bottom here, and sort of, you know, can really see or I can really see the difference between Friday morning or Friday afternoon when I was down here and after the work party yesterday. So I say we'll work on the height of the trees at another point, but yeah, a really, really good morning overall, and really enjoyable. Everyone enjoyed it, which is great. You know, that's exactly what we want. What I'm going to do now is get my long pruning, whatever it is, what is it, pruning extender thing, and carry on pruning here. Well, carry on pruning here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I will see you soon for further segment of A Week at the Plot on Planet Vegetaria. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll see you next week for another full upload. Any comments, any questions, please leave them here. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.